One of my subscribers just tagged me in this story, and the worst, as I predicted, but didn't really want to put out there into the universe, it it looks like it's pretty much true at this point. And a lot of my subscribers said that she probably is going to be found, but not the way that they want, that not the way we would hope that she would be found. So breaking news just came in, and it basically is stating that they believe that they have found the body of Aniah Blanchard, and she was not alive. They found the deceased body, and they believe it to be her. Let me get into it. It says human remains believed to be those of UFC heavyweight fighter's missing stepdaughter Aniah Blanchard, age 19, were discovered this morning in Alabama. The body was found on Monday in Macon County, more than a month after Blanchard was last seen alive at a convenience store in Auburn. I can confirm that human remains have been found, and we have good reason to suspect that they are of Aniah Blanchard, said District Attorney Brandon Hughes. Blanchard's family were said to have been notified of the grim discovery. The skeletal remains were located off Highway 80 in Shorter, Alabama, located halfway between Auburn, where Blanchard was last seen alive, and Montgomery, where her damaged and bloody SUV was found. Skeletal remains, that just simply means that her body was decomposed. Something out there was most likely, I don't even want to say it. Like, y'all get what I mean. According to a statement from Auburn police, officers acting on a tip arrived at a wooded area in the 38,000 block of County Road 2 at around 10:45 a.m. After a brief search by investigators, they located what appeared to be human remains several feet into the wood line. Earlier today, a second suspect arrested last week in Blanchard's case has been accused of disposing evidence. That was the person I had just talked about yesterday, the one they call Squirmy. That piece of shit. Because people were saying we don't know, it could be him. The fact that now that they said that they have evidence that he was helping to dispose of the body, that pretty much confirms he was involved. And now they pretty much have a timeline. I'm not going to read the timeline. It just dates back to October 23rd all the way up until today. Antoine Shamar Fisher, age 35, of Montgomery, Alabama, who has a murder conviction stemming from an unrelated case, was taken into custody on Friday on first-degree kidnapping charges in Blanchard's disappearance last month. Earlier this month, police charged Fisher's alleged accomplice, 29-year-old Ibrahim Yazid, with kidnapping. In an arrest warrant filed with the court Monday, police said Fisher helped Yazid by disposing of unspecified evidence and chauffeuring him around. Fisher, who goes by the nickname Squirmy, was denied bond because of his lengthy criminal history, which includes a felony murder conviction. He is due back in court on December 18th. Blanchard was last seen on October 23rd in Auburn. Her stepfather is UFC fighter Walt Harris of Metro Birmingham. The college student remained. Well, I'm not going to read that part because that's just rehashing something else. We got the update now. I didn't want that to be the outcome, when it comes to something like this, because, there's always a slight chance that it could, go the way that you want it. But at the same time, I'm not surprised, because if you remember in one of the videos I talked about, they said that they found her, when they found her car, or they found the vehicle, there was evidence that could say that she suffered life-threatening injuries. If y'all remember that commentary that I did, I think it was last week, I believe. I did so many stories last week, it's hard to keep up. But when they said that, I said, yeah, if they say life-threatening injuries and she wasn't getting any type of medical attention, then I would expect the worst. And I wouldn't be surprised or shocked. But they said they found skeletal remains. Like, that basically means her body was decomposing. If you have skeletal remains, that means you can see the bone beneath the flesh, or there's flesh missing there. Those two motherfuckers that did this to her, they gonna fry their ass. But you know what? Her stepfather is a former UFC fighter. You don't forget your methods. I say they allow him to be in that room for a good 5 to 10 and let him beat the shit out of both of them. And that other one who already had one black guy blacked the other one. I'm talking about to the point where neither one of those fools look recognizable. That's the least they could let him do. Like, I know her family is going through it right now. Because no parent wants to hear something like this. But that's just crazy. Like, I didn't want that to be the outcome, but I'm not surprised that is the outcome either. Now all we gotta now that the worst part is over, now we gotta worry about, like, see what these two are going to get, because they definitely going to send them to jail for a long time. And I don't know if Alabama is a capital punishment state, or if they honor the death penalty. But if they do, that's exactly what these two deserve. And this also too goes back to what I've been saying in other videos. They keep letting this bad element back out onto the street, and all they're going to do is keep continuing to do the same thing over again. A tiger never changes its stripes. Like a leopard doesn't change its spots. If it's going to be like that, they can't help themselves. They said that this guy had a stemming murder conviction, or whatever they said it was in this article, from an unrelated incident. Why the fuck is he out on the street? Those are your dredges of society right there that don't need and deserve freedom. They squandered that opportunity. This girl was only 19. 19. She just barely started to live life. Hell, to be honest, she really didn't really get a chance to live life, and she never will, thanks to those two. But I have to offer my condolences to her family, because this is not the outcome they wanted. This is not what I wanted to hear. And I didn't even know who this girl was up until about a month ago, when someone told me about this story. But y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, and I'll talk to you in the next one.